Hello, hello. If you're watching this part of the video, you're watching the replay. So make sure to use hashtag replay so I can thank you so much for watching. If you want to be notified anytime I go live, all you have to do, press down on my face, hit follow, ring the bell. And if another presenter shared this video with you, please make sure you go back and you shop with her. For those of you new here, welcome. My name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full-time. I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. Today, I wanted to do like so many things. First of all, you all loved when I used the liquid shadow in Glassy on top of my eyeshadow yesterday, both here on YouTube and Facebook. I got so many compliments, and also in the office, like so many people are like, oh, I love that eye look. So I thought what I would do today is share with you how to use Glassy with one of the shadows in the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 9. So that's one of the first things that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a in-depth concealer tutorial, and I'm going to show you the lip stain Strut. It's the red. I know so much is happening in this video. So just get your hearts ready. Okay, just get your hearts ready. Now, I did go ahead to try to speed things up a little bit. First of all, you all, if you're not using an eye primer, you have got to use the Moodstruck eye primer to get the most out of your eyeshadows. It's going to really allow your pigments to pop, prevent them from creasing. It's going to hold them in place all day long. And then I'm going in with Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 9. I used Introverted, this one here, and use that as the transition color in my crease. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the pressed shadow, this pink color here called Bashful. I'm going to put that on the lid with my deluxe brush. All right, so I'm going to just press that onto the lid like so. All right, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So if you're somebody that really likes a lot of matte looking shadows, or not matte looking, but matte shadows, they are matte shadows. There's no doubt about it. This is a great palette for you. Okay, for me personally, I like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of metallic. So that's why I'm going to go in. I'm going to add that liquid shadow. So I'm just taking this blending brush. I'm like, what tool am I using? I'm using the blending brush. I'm just blending that out right along the crease. Look at that. Isn't that like a gorgeous eyeshadow look? Absolutely love it. If you've not grabbed this palette 9 yet, you need to. The color combinations that you can create with it are truly endless. All right. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the liquid shadow. And again, this to me is a must for your makeup bag, and it makes a great gift. It's called Glassy. You can take it and you can sweep it on top of any of your eyeshadows and completely transform your eye look. Look at that. It looks totally different, right? So just with the addition of this one product, you can completely transform all of your eye makeup looks. So gorgeous. Now, I like to make sure that I don't get anything on the applicator. So I just put a little bit of the product on my ring finger, and I apply it to the lid. And then I take my fluffy crease brush and I blend that out. You definitely want to make sure you get the fluffy crease brush to blend out those liquid shadows. You can also blend it out with your fingers, but when I'm layering like this with pressed shadows, I like to just use the brush. All right, so I'm going to just take that and work that in just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely super simple eye look, but I want to do a lighter eye look because I'm going to do a very dramatic lip look. So get your hearts ready. All right, you all. Foundation. You all have been loving me going through and covering each one of the foundations that are part of the Care Bundle. It's your choice, foundation and concealer, or you can do concealer, or you can do a brush. All right, today I'm going to use concealer and pressed powder. I did go ahead. The must add-on for me with this is the mattifying face primer. You can also get the hydrating face primer, but this is part of the Care Plus bundle. If you're interested, just say Care in the comments. If you need help color matching, just say match in the comments. But again, I got some questions of, hey, I'm new to concealer. What is the best way to apply it? All right. So the first thing is definitely make sure that you're using a face primer. And when you apply that primer, that you really kind of put that underneath the eyes. Again, your face primers are great at filling in those fine lines and wrinkles. And it's also going to help hold that makeup in place all day long. Now, I like to, when I'm using the pressed powder as my foundation, do the concealer, the liquid first, and I'm going to just take a little drop right here in the inner corner and right here in the outer corner. All right. Tools are also important. I'm going to be using the powder concealer brush. I'm going to use the concealer side of that brush to blend and work that product. With concealer, especially this concealer, it's very, very pigmented, okay? So you want to go with less. Less is definitely more. And the other thing is that when I go in with my pressed powder, I'm not going to take it all the way up underneath my eye like I have the concealer, because what I have found as I'm getting older, my product starts to really gather and bunch in the eye. And that is when you just start to look older, like much, much older. All right. So I just take a little bit of that concealer and blend that in the under eye area. I bring it down a little bit, right? Like I don't just do it right here where that dark circle is. I bring it down a little bit to really brighten up underneath the entire eye area. I take whatever is left, and I kind of clean up along the eyeshadow areas, so that way there's a nice clean line there. But you can see how much brighter underneath the eye is. It's so much brighter. In fact, I'm going to take a picture really quick. I forgot to take it off. So let me just do this really quick, because a little concealer goes a long way. All right. Now, the next thing that I like to do is I like to take a little bit of my translucent setting powder, and I like to set that right away. Set that concealer right away. I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm using the powder side of the powder concealer brush, and I'm going to just take that and dust that right underneath the eye to hold that concealer in place all day long. So those are my really basic concealer tips and tricks that I have for you. Again, let me kind of show you really quick on the other side. This is a pretty big applicator, and on the one side, there's where the product is coming out. I just take that and I just put a little drop, and I can feel that might be a little bit much. This concealer is highly pigmented. It also has a lot of really great skincare properties like caffeine and hyaluronic acid and what else? Vitamin E, that are all like really hydrating and great for the skin. So you can see I accidentally took this a little too far out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that fluffy crease brush, kind of work that out a little bit. I did a little much with the concealer. Remember I told you I got a little bit much on the brush, and you can see that, right? But that's okay. I'm going to go in and I'm going to just take my ring finger. You can also, if you got too much, this is what my friend Patty shared with me the other day, is you can take your blending bud, get that wet. I'm just using my rose water because I'm not at the sink. Ideally, I'm going to get the whole thing super wet. But then you can take your blending bud and you can press that underneath the eye, and it's going to pick up any excess product that you might have put on that you didn't mean to. All right. So that's a great way to kind of pick up some extra product if you maybe got a little bit too much. And again, I like to set it pretty darn quick, because as you're kind of doing the rest of your makeup and making different facial expressions, the product can kind of start to shift. So I like to go in and I like to set it with the powder side right away. Just like that. All right. So this looks totally bonkers, I know. So let me go in now with the pressed powder. I'm using the Touch Complexion Plus pressed powder. Again, all of our foundation, the revamps that they're doing are adding these amazing skincare ingredients to our products that are really hydrating and great for the skin to give you a much more smooth and even appearance. If you want a full coverage look with just pressed powder, you're going to want to apply it with the kabuki brush. Now, this is a brand new clean kabuki brush. Okay, this is not the one that I used the other day to put on the stick. This is a clean one. I felt like the bristles work a little bit better if you just have like a powder product on it. So if you're somebody like me that likes to have lots of options when it comes to foundation, maybe consider getting the kabuki brush instead of the concealer maybe. So that way you can have two. You can have one for your liquids and one for your powders. Again, that's just me, but look at that coverage. Again, this is the shade Taffeta, and I'm covering up and I'm taking the powder right to where I have applied the concealer. I'm not going completely underneath the eye. I am working to blend it out. And again, you want to make sure that you go down your neck. Okay, you don't want any dreaded makeup lines go all the way out to your ear and all the way down your neck. All right, I'm going to go in on my forehead now. If you want to use the pressed powder as more of like a setting product and like a lighter coat, you can definitely go in with the powder concealer brush. And if you want just the dusting, you can use the setting powder brush. Those are some really great options. But again, because I'm not applying any other foundation, I'm just applying the pressed powder as my foundation today. I want fuller coverage, and I'm just going in with the Kabuki brush. And again, I'm wearing the shade Taffeta. I have found for me, for the most part, 90% of the time of the seasons, I'm wearing Taffeta in pretty much all of our products, whether it's stick, spray, liquid, like powder. Taffeta is the shade for me. There's a little bit of variance between the different product types, but for the most part, I found that they're pretty dang consistent. All right, I'm going to go along. I'm going to smoke out the under eye with this palette 9, and I'm going to take Affable, this brown color, and I'm going to take that right along the lower lash line. This is great at smoking out your eye makeup look, bringing it all together. It also helps minimize the appearance of those fine lines, kind of masks them a little bit, but you don't want to drag the shadow too far underneath the eye. All right, keep it nice and close there. And if you do feel like your concealer maybe is bunching a little bit, just take your ring finger and kind of press it very, very lightly. And then that will help if there's any kind of like creasing. All right, so next I'm going to go in with the new lip stain in the color Strut. It's a really great holiday red. This is no longer available, but last year they did bring some of the Black Friday bundles back. So I want to show you what those look like in case they do. But it's going to be quick when they do. So make sure you say chat in the comments, and I will add you to my messenger chat. You'll be the first to know what the new bundles are. You will be able to get any kind of amazing deals on them. And then I did go ahead, you all, I put on my lip exfoliator that gets rid of dead skin and any kind of foundation that you got on your lips. And then this is our new lip pencil that is clear. It's called Pricey. Excuse me. And I'm taking this along the lip to make sure that the lip color doesn't feather. All right. Now, yesterday when I put on the lip liner, or excuse me, the lip stain, I totally goofed. You don't want to rub your lips together. Okay. Why do I have two of those? I don't know why I have two of those. I'll have to go and look. Maybe I owe somebody. Okay, so this is the color Strut. And I'm going to take this right in the Cupid's bow. Look at that red. There are so many perks to having an amazing red lip color in your lip bag. Okay, then I'm going to take my lips, press them together, and then I'm going to fill in the bottom. Of course, I made a huge mess. You got to act quick. Because it is a lip stain, so it's going to stay. All right, and then I'm going to take my cloth. I'm going to blot off any excess. I'm going to let that set for about 5 minutes before I eat, drink, or smush my lips together, before I add any kind of additional hydration. I will tell you that this is much more hydrating than our previous lip stain. Like, I can feel the creaminess and I can feel that vitamin E. It makes a big difference. So there you have it. If you have any questions about today's makeup look, please don't hesitate to ask. If you like these types of videos where I go in depth and give you different tutorials, my gosh, I covered a lot today. Concealer, liquid shadow, lip stain tutorial. I mean, my gosh. So make sure you share this. Do me a huge favor, share this with your friends. I think that this is going to be really helpful for those of you that, you know, are looking for maybe like a holiday eye makeup look, like a holiday look. We have a red lipstick as well. It's called Wealthy. So for some reason, the lip stain doesn't come back. You can definitely check out the red lipstick. It is a must. You need a red lipstick in your holiday makeup bag. It looks great on everyone, and it just makes your lips pop. If you have thinning lips, it makes your lips look bigger. I mean, there's so many perks to having a bold lip, especially a red lip in your makeup bag. And this is a really great color, you all. So, so good. So, all right, have a great day, everyone.